To all who listen to this happy pod, welcome. My name is Noah Parker, and welcome to my world of wonder, where I am joined, as always, by my beautiful wife and co-host, Adriana.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to tonight's episode, or today's episode, I guess, if you're not watching us live.
Yeah.
If you are watching us on the live stream, we greatly appreciate you joining us and stopping by and say hello. We've got Adriana's got the chat pulled up over here, so you can jump on in and say hello. Let us know where you're watching from, and yeah,
that'd be really cool.
That'd be awesome. So Adriana, what are we talking about tonight?
We, my love, are talking about transportation.
Yes.
Disney.
Yes.
Just Disney World specifically?
Walt Disney World,
okay.
Yes.
Walt Disney World specifically, and this is your jam.
Yeah,
you got
for
all
sure.
the information on that. So.
Yeah. So last week we kind of talked about being like the group leader and like knowing where things are.
Yeah.
And a tagline to that, we also included like knowing how to get around the resort, because Walt Disney World is freaking massive.
Yeah.
It's
bigger
not,
than you think it is.
Yeah. And it's not like Disneyland. Like in Disneyland, if you're in the Disneyland park and you want to be in Disney's California Adventure, you just walk across a little plaza,
right,
and you're there. That's not the case in Walt Disney World. That is a several hour walk, with one exception. There's one exception where you could feasibly walk. You can walk, and it's actually sometimes the fastest option.
Is it what we did that one time?
Yes, and we'll get to that. That's part of all of this, but
nice.
a little bit, I guess, because specifically today we are really talking about Disney's complimentary transportation services. So basically anything that is extra, anything you pay for does not count. We won't be covering it. So like the minivans we won't really be getting into, but honestly I could really just break down minivans by simply saying it's Lyft, but branded through Disney, and it's specific vehicles operated by Disney cast members. So it's like Lyft, but you actually are paying Disney more to have a fancier looking one. So we're not really going to talk about it because it is Lyft. You can literally just tell them where you want to pick up and tell them where you want it dropped off, and they'll do that.
It's like within the Lyft app too?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's through the Lyft app, but we can get more into that later on. But for now, we're going to be talking about just the boats, the buses, and the Skyliner.
And the monorail.
And the monorail. Thank you. The monorail does count. But that's it.
So far, cool.
Yeah. So I have laid out today's episode. We're going to be starting out with the smallest. I think is how I did it. We're starting out with the smallest system to the largest system.
Okay.
Actually, that's not true. I did not exactly do that, but kind of. It's okay.
Okay.
So we're starting off with the boats, and I wrote it out, so I've made it so that you can read it.
Okay.
And that means that way you can also that way you're not just listening to me speak for an hour and a half straight on transportation.
So okay.
And then I can just kind of get into the nitty gritty about it a little bit more. But
okay.
So we're talking about boats to begin with. There's several different boats in Walt Disney World, and Adriana is going to tell us about the first variant.
Okay, so just the first one you want me
Just
to
the first one.
So the first one is the friendship boats. So these boats connect Epcot to Hollywood Studios via Boardwalk, Yacht, and Beach Club, and the Swan and Dolphin.
Yes. So there is one there that is.
Have we been on a friendship boat before?
Yes.
I think I know which one. The one we on our honeymoon, right? No?
I think we rode a lot of boats on our honeymoon. Like I think I ride most of the boats.
Did we ride recently?
At least once. We did, but the one that we rode this most recent time that we went
from Epcot to like somewhere else when it was like really rainy or like got really windy.
But that's the friendship boat, but it's kind of technically the second bit.
Okay.
Actually, it is the same thing. So there is a set of friendship boats that connect you from Hollywood Studios to Epcot, or Epcot to Hollywood Studios, by stopping at the Boardwalk, the Yacht and Beach Club, and the Swan and Dolphin. There is also another like side. There's like two, I guess, technically side routes that friendship boats run.
Nice.
And one of them connects Morocco to the Mexico Pavilion inside of the World Showcase in Epcot, and the other one connects Germany to Canada.
Oh, wow.
That's not right.
No?
Canada to Morocco.
Oh, that makes sense.
Germany to
Yeah,
Mexico.
'cause they're, like,
Yeah, because
across.
otherwise they
right
would
next to
crisscross.
each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one set of the friendship boats as well. Those are the ones we rode in September because
Okay.
we were trying to get back to the World Showcase. I guess we were trying to get to the port of entry, and we were
didn't wanna
I guess we
walk.
were in Morocco.
Yeah, we didn't walk.
We didn't want to
all
walk all like halfway around, so we decided to just hop on the boat.
the way. Mhm.
So yeah, that was the friendship boats.
I like those.
They're my favorite ones. I have very fond memories riding for the friendship boats,
Oh.
and they're probably the most useful ones, I guess.
I mean, they seem pretty fast, convenient. I feel like there's
Yeah.
always like people like rotating through like a lot, like
Yeah,
So
most definitely.
yeah, you don't have to wait that long.
Yeah. So I
Which is
like the
nice.
friendship boats. So that's the first set of boats. What is our second set of boats? Oh, that's me. That's you.
Let's see. The water launch or water taxis to the Magic Kingdom with ports at Fort Wilderness Resort and campgrounds, Wilderness Lodge, the Polynesian, and the Grand Floridian.
Yes. So similar to how you can take a friendship boat if you're staying at the Yacht and Beach Club, the Boardwalk Inn, or the Swan and Dolphin, you can take the friendship boats to Epcot Hollywood Studios. If you are staying at the campgrounds at Fort Wilderness, if you're staying at Fort Wilderness Lodge, the Polynesian Resort, or the Grand Floridian, yeah, then they have their own independent water taxis that will take you, depending on where you are, either just straight across the Bay Lake, if you're coming from, I think that's Bay Lake.
Yeah.
Yes, if you're coming from the wilderness area, the Wilderness Lodge, or the campgrounds,
Nice.
that'll bring you from Bay Lake into the Seven Seas Lagoon and to the Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Alternatively, if you're staying at the Polynesian or the Grand Floridian, you get your own water taxis that will take you from there to the main gates of the Magic Kingdom.
Wow.
See, the reason I say the friendship boats I feel like are the most useful boats is because they connect 2 parks and 3 hotels. These boats, the water taxis, only connect one. There's a couple exceptions, but they pretty much only connect the one resort to the Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Like at peak times, you can't get on at Fort Wilderness campground and ride it to the Fort Wilderness Lodge.
Okay.
It'll just go straight to Magic Kingdom, and vice versa. And those two will sometimes overlap. Sometimes, if they're slow, they'll send one boat to both resorts and then to the Magic Kingdom. But you cannot get on one boat and end up at the Polynesian Resort. You'd have to ride from Wilderness Lodge to the Magic Kingdom and then get on another boat to the Polynesian.
What
If
are
you're
the
resort hopping, it's like
What are the exceptions?
that what I just said.
Oh,
If it's
okay,
slow,
okay.
sometimes I believe the Polynesian,
Slow.
the Polynesian and the Grand Floridian can be picked up by one boat.
Oh, okay.
If it's slow and they don't need to have a whole bunch of boats on the water.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then, yeah, so sometimes Grand Floridian and Polynesian get linked up, and the Fort Wilderness Lodge and the campground get linked up. And that's those boats, I guess. There's not really a lot to talk about there.
Okay. So then the other one, I didn't know that there were so many different types of boats.
There's a lot of boats.
The ferry boats connecting the transportation and ticket center to Magic Kingdom.
Yes. I think this is the second to last boat, or is this the last boat?
Second to last.
Okay, yeah. So this is the second to last boat, and this one is really only used to get you from the transportation and ticket center or the parking lot at Magic Kingdom to the actual gates of the Magic Kingdom, because the parking lot for the Magic Kingdom is on the opposite side of the Seven Seas Lagoon from the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
So you have to traverse that by one of 3 ways. There are technically 3 ways to do it. One way is only sometimes though. But yeah, so you can jump on a ferry boat with like 500 other people, and we did that one actually. I don't remember why we did it. I think
With 500 people?
They weren't really.
I know.
Don't get
Was it the
fixated on
big
that.
one? Like the
Yes.
really big one?
Yes.
It's because I just wanted to ride it. Like it looked
I think it
big
was
and
just
majestic.
Well, I think we were coming from Epcot and going to Magic,
Yes.
and so that's why we did it.
Okay.
But we'll get it. Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's the ferry boat. That only serves the one purpose of getting
There you
a
go.
ton of people from the transportation and ticket center to the front gates at
Okay.
Magic Kingdom.
Okay. And then the last one is the, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Sasagula
Sasagula,
river boats. They connect Old Key West, Saratoga Springs, and both Port Orleans, Riverside, and French Quarter to Disney Springs.
yes. So the Sasagula river boats connect three and a half, I guess, technically 4, because that's the thing that confuses me still to this day, and it's because I haven't actually gone and explored. But I'm confused at times if Port Orleans Riverside and Port Orleans French Quarter are the same resort. They're just separate sides of it, or if it is like 2 separate resorts.
That's so funny.
I don't know, and I should know that, but I don't know that.
Someone answer that please for us.
I'll have the answer by next week.
That's
I'll
funny.
remember to think about that. But yeah, there's Sasagula river boats. Those are like the least. I guess they're the least Disney boats.
Okay.
Because those are the ones that are literally just like pontoon boats. You remember when we went for our honeymoon and we went to Disney Springs on that boat, and it took forever for the boat to get there? That's what it was.
Okay.
That's the Sasagula river boat. And that is one that I believe is similar to the like water taxis, where the Saratoga Springs boat is the Saratoga Springs boat.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like Saratoga Springs and Old Key West share a boat, and then Port Orleans, French Quarter, and Riverside share a boat. So there's 2 boats. I don't remember that for sure.
Interesting.
But I feel like
They all just have their own.
they each have their own, unless it's slow, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that. I don't really remember.
That's
Because we rode the boat one time to Disney Springs from Saratoga Springs for our honeymoon, and we never took the boat again because Saratoga Springs is within walking distance of Disney Springs.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually literally, depending on what room you're at, you can just, it's in your backyard. Like
That's
you
what
can
you
look out your window
realized.
in your room. Yeah. I
That's
wish
what you
if we
realized
ever
the
stay at
first time.
Saratoga Springs again, I want a room over there
Yeah.
where we can look out onto Disney Springs
That'd
at
be
night.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Anywho. So that pretty much wraps up boats.
Boats.
Okay.
Got it.
I'm taking notes.
Yes.
Okay. There's going to be a quiz at the end.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
I can't use the notes in front of me.
Sure.
technically
Sure. It
my
can be
notes.
open note. Why not?
Okay.
Who's next?
The Walt Disney World monorail.
Yeah.
Is the next one.
Yep.
So there's a hub located at the Transportation and Ticket Center, connect to Magic Kingdom with 2 lines. The Express Loop direct service to Magic Kingdom, the Resort Loop with stops at the Polynesian, the Grand Floridian, Magic Kingdom, and the contemporary resorts before returning to the
Transportation and Ticket Center.
Transportation and Ticket Center and direct service of Epcot.
Yes. Yeah. So there are technically 3 monorails at Walt Disney World, which is lame because I wish there was more. But yeah, you can at the Transportation and Ticket Center, you can hop on one monorail. That is the Express monorail. That'll take you straight to the front gates of Magic Kingdom. And the nice thing about the TTC is that you actually go through security before you get there. At least you did. I'm assuming it's the same. But you go through security at the TTC. And so once you get on the monorail, you just ride to the park and you go and scan in.
Okay.
Instead of the way it used to be, is the security was only at the front gates of Magic Kingdom. So you would get on the monorail, and then you on the monorail would join everybody on the ferry boat who's joining everyone getting off of buses, and you're all going through one security line.
That's crazy.
Now, I believe, unless I'm mistaken, it's been a minute since we've had to find out, because we usually take a bus there.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, you go through security at the TTC, and then you just scan in once you get off the monorail.
That's cool.
There is also a monorail, a resort loop for Magic Kingdom that will take you through to the 3 resorts that encompass that area.
Okay.
Which, as we said, is the Grand Floridian. The Polynesian, the Grand Floridian, and the Contemporary. And they stop in those hotels in that order. Between the Grand Floridian and the Contemporary is Magic Kingdom. But so if you're getting on the resort monorail at the Contemporary, you basically have to go all the way around the loop.
Oh, wow.
It's almost a full loop because of how close the Contemporary is to the Magic Kingdom. So pro tip, if you're staying at the Contemporary, just walk.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
You can walk straight to the Magic Kingdom from the Contemporary.
Okay.
And it will be way faster than the monorail.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And then, of course, there is the one monorail line that runs to Epcot. It is just straight to Epcot, straight back. It would be cool for there to be like hotels between the two that the monorail also stopped at. But
that would be cool.
It would take a lot longer. It's like a 15-minute ride as it is. So
wow.
I guess it doesn't need to be longer, but I'm a monorail fanboy. So,
very cool.
You know, I believe there's 2 more left, 2 more transportation types left, right?
Yeah.
And one of them's a doozy, so.
Whoops. Okay, so then the next one is the Disney World Skyliner.
Which, unfortunately, is starting to take my heart a little bit
to be your
from the monorail.
Yeah, this one's probably my favorite, to be honest.
I think the main reason that it's stealing thunder away from the monorail for me is because the monorails have been outdated and in need of replacement vehicles for years.
Yeah.
They weren't supposed to last past like 20. I think they were supposed to be like the lifespan of the monorail was supposed to end in like the 90s.
I remember you telling me about this.
And we still have the same Mark 7 or Mark 7. Hold on. Mark 6. We have the same Mark 6 monorails.
Wow.
That they've had since the 70s.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And Disneyland has their beautiful Mark 7 monorails, which I really love. And they just keep refurbishing these Mark 6 monorails, and it's like.
Remember you telling me about that, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we're not talking about monorails anymore. We're talking about the Skyliner.
Yeah, the Skyliner. So there's 2.5 lines. One connects Epcot to the hub at the Caribbean Beach with a station at the Riviera. Do you want to talk about that first, or do you want me to read all of it?
We could just go through all of them.
The second line connects the Caribbean Beach to Hollywood Studios with direct service. And the final line, the half line, in Noah's opinion, connects the hub at the Caribbean Beach to Art of Animation and Pop Century via a common stop.
Yeah. So yeah, I call it 2.5 because 2 of them go straight to parks and one of them just connects 2 resorts together.
Okay.
So the smaller line connects the Pop Century and Art of Animation to the Caribbean Beach Resort. And it's probably the most ridden one.
I like going
for us.
I liked going there. Every day. It was fun.
Yeah. That Joffrey. So yeah.
The Joffrey's is now our like.
It's my favorite Joffrey's.
Joffrey's now. It was just so convenient. Right there.
But so the hub is located at the Caribbean Beach Resort, and so if you're staying at like Pop Century of Art of Animation, you have to ride to the Caribbean Beach Resort. It's a short little 4 or 5 minute flight, as you call it, there, and then you get into one of 2 lines to go to Epcot or to Hollywood Studios. If you're going to Hollywood Studios, it's almost a direct straight shot to the Hollywood Studios station. Actually, I think it is pretty much a straight shot.
Nice.
Flying over the protected lands they paved over. Or you can go into the Epcot line, which has 2 turns in it. Actually, there's 2 turns in the Epcot line. The first turn is at the Riviera Resort, which is the weirdest station because it's a pass-through station. I mean, okay, it's weird because it's a constantly moving system, so everything is technically a pass-through. But like, the Riviera is the only one that if you're going to Epcot, you have to be on the. I can't remember which side it is. I think it's technically the east side. You have to be on the east side of the station to board to go to Epcot. And if you're trying to go to Hollywood Studios, or if you're trying to go to the Caribbean Beach to go to Hollywood Studios, you have to get into a completely different side of the station. If that was the west side, then you'd have to get on the east side to go back to the Caribbean beach. So you have to, it's like weird because it's the only station that has two sides.
That is weird.
And if you end up on the wrong side, it's going to take you a long time to get back around. Possible, but it would take a while.
Okay.
But yeah, once you're through the Riviera, then you kind of take like a 90-ish degree turn, and then you go fly on to the turn station, and that station is the only station that is only intended to literally just turn another roughly 90 degrees.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then so you get the Epcot on the Skyliner.
Nice. And those are like my two favorite parks, whatever. Or like we went. It's very convenient because last time we were there, we just went to Hollywood Studios and Epcot a lot on there on the Skyliner. So yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, we did stay at Pop Century last time we went, which I would recommend. That's my go-to resort unless we're like celebrating something big like our wedding. We splurged and stayed at Saratoga Springs. For an anniversary trip, we'll probably do like something like that again. But anyway, that was a Skyliner. A Skyliner.
So then the final one.
This one is a big one.
Oh yeah, the buses. So
I wrote down a lot for buses, and it might be easier for me just to go through it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll let you do the first like paragraph, and then the first when you get to that bullet point, I'll start.
Okay, so there's a rather large scope, but we'll try to keep it simple. The buses connect nearly every resort to every park and even have buses from park to park. Probably easier to talk about. Oh, I just read that.
That's part of it.
Expectations. Oh, probably easier to talk about the exceptions rather than each line. Interesting.
Yes. So the buses are the primary form of transportation in Walt Disney World. And so there are a lot of lines. And so like Adriana said, it's going to be easier for us to talk about when there isn't a bus than when there is a bus, I guess. So first and foremost, resorts with monorail service to the Magic Kingdom do not have buses unless inclement weather prevents the operation of the monorail. So that includes the Contemporary, the Grand Floridian, and the Polynesian Resort. If it's lightning and like if there's like a heavy storm and they can't run the monorails, they will dispatch buses to transport people from the those hotels to the Magic Kingdom, which is a really short and awkward ride, but it's necessary. Well, I think the only one that doesn't actually is the Contemporary. I could be wrong. Maybe they do. But it would be the stupidest one in my opinion because of how it is literally so close to the bus stop that you would literally get on the bus. It would pull out of the driveway and pull into a stop.
Wow.
Because that's how close the Contemporary is to the Magic Kingdom.
That's so funny.
Especially the bus stop at Magic Kingdom. But as far as I know, everything does a bus when it's inclement, because especially because if they're not running the monorail because it's storming, that's why I think they might still do a bus, because if they're running a monorail, if they're not running the monorail because of the storm, they're not going to make people walk. I don't think they might, but I don't think they would. Anyway, the next exception to the rule is resorts with boat service to a park. They do not have buses unless weather prevents the bus from running. So that includes Fort Wilderness campgrounds, the Wilderness Lodge, the Polynesian, the Grand Floridian, and that's to the Magic Kingdom. So the only way to get to the Magic Kingdom from those resorts is via their water taxi, or there's also the monorail loop line. So see, it gets complicated in here, guys.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but so Fort Wilderness campgrounds and Wilderness Lodge do not have a bus to Magic Kingdom. They only have the boats. Unless it's raining too hard for the boats to run, then they'll dispatch buses for that. Okay. It's actually kind of awkward because the way they do it is they run one bus to the Fort Wilderness Lodge and the campground, and that's the only bus So, okay, the campground is a whole mess in and of itself because
Oh my
the
goodness.
campground has a bus network inside of the bus.
Oh wow.
And so there's two different parts of the resort. There's like a main bus hub at the front.
Yeah.
I think it's called one of them's called the Outpost.
Yeah.
And
And what the other one is.
One of them is the Settlement.
Okay.
I think the Outpost is at the front. I wish Mom was watching right now. She would help me because I can't remember. It's been a while since I've been there. So I think the Outpost is at front, and that's where like the main
Probably.
bus stop is. So that's where you get your buses everywhere except to Magic Kingdom. If they are running a bus to Magic Kingdom, at the back end of the resort, there is the Outpost.
Yeah.
And that is where the bus for the Magic Kingdom goes because it goes from Fort Wilderness Campground to the Wilderness Lodge and then to Magic Kingdom.
Wow.
So you just hope it doesn't rain if you're staying at the campground because it's a mess.
That's intense.
But there are cast members who will help you understand how
That
to
makes
get
sense.
around where you're trying to go.
Really nice.
Okay. And then there is the Yacht and Beach Club, the Boardwalk Inn, and the Swan and Dolphin with service to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. Those resorts don't have buses to those parks unless the boats aren't running. Then they'll dispatch buses. Okay. Resorts with Skyliner service to Hollywood Studios or Epcot unless the weather prevents the Skyliner from operating. So that is Art of Animation, Pop Century, Caribbean Beach, and the Riviera. If the Skyliner is running, that is the way to get to the parks. There won't be buses for that. But there are buses if the Skyliner isn't running.
Yeah.
And if the Skyliner gets shut down when you're trying to get on a bus from Epcot to to Pop Century, they'll send a bus. I think if I remember recalling correctly from when Mom had this happen, to a backstage area behind Epcot.
Oh wow.
Instead of forcing you to go all the way to the front of the park
that's
to get on a
crazy.
bus, they'll pick you up at the back of the park.
Oh wow.
And then sometimes the Skyliner starts running and they drop you off at the Riviera and kick you out. And they're like, get out of here.
That's so funny.
But anyway. And then finally, resorts with bus service to Disney Springs unless the weather prevents the riverboats from operating. So Old Key West, Saratoga Springs, Port Orleans Riverside, and Port Orleans French Quarter. The way to get to Disney Springs from those resorts is to take the Sassagoula riverboats unless they are not operating due to weather. Then you can either walk or they'll dispatch buses.
Nice.
So, all of that said, yeah, there's bus lines for just about everything else.
That makes sense.
So,
Wow.
contemporary to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. Ooh, there should be a bus for that, but I'm actually questioning that now because you can get to Epcot from the contemporary. You just have to change monorails. But I'm pretty sure that they have a bus because it's only if it's a mostly direct service.
Okay.
So because you'd have to change monorails at the Transportation and Ticket Center, I don't think any of the Magic Kingdom monorail loop hotels, I don't think that any of them force you to take the monorail to Epcot.
Okay.
I don't know about that because I've never stayed in them, but I'm pretty sure that they all have buses. I'm pretty sure we took a bus to Epcot from the contemporary.
Okay. That's funny.
Anywho.
I gotta find out. Nice.
Okay, are you ready for your pop quiz? This is before the game. This is separate.
Oh, this is
before the game. The game is separate.
This. Oh my goodness.
You were told this. I told you this twice, and you had that exact same reaction both times. It's a simple pop quiz, okay? All I'm going to ask you is 3 simple questions, okay?
True or false?
No.
Oh, damn.
I want you to tell me first how to get to Hollywood Studios from the Art of Animation Resort.
This is an open note. The one, right? He said it was.
Yeah, but you should know this.
Wait, so say it again. The Hollywood.
How do you get to Hollywood Studios from the Art of Animation Resort?
From the Art of Animation Resort, we go on the bus.
No.
Wait, really?
Really?
We go on the monorail?
From the Art of Animation Resort to Hollywood Studios.
Oh, Skyliner?
How? Tell me how you do that.
So you go on the Skyliner, get to the Caribbean beach.
Yep.
And then the Caribbean beach to Hollywood Studios. The
Yes.
Skyliner to Hollywood Studios.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yay!
Perfect.
I did.
Okay. Question number 2.
Okay.
How do you get from the Fort Wilderness campgrounds to the Magic Kingdom when it's raining?
Bus.
How? Where will the bus pick you up?
At a hotel?
You're at the campground.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a hotel. It's a campground. It's a giant field.
Dang it.
Okay, that one's not
This one's
totally
hard.
fair because I kind of like may have led you wrong on names and stuff, but
Really?
the information I gave you is enough.
When it's raining, you said?
Yes, when it's raining.
Dang. I need help. It's not just a bus to where again?
To Magic Kingdom.
It's not just like take a bus to Magic Kingdom.
I was actually correct. With all the information I gave earlier, I was correct. And the names of the different parts of the resort.
Where do you go? So
You go to the settlement,
The settlement.
which is different than if you're going to Epcot or Hollywood Studios from Fort Wilderness Campground.
Okay.
If you're going to Hollywood, Animal Kingdom, or Epcot from the campground, you would go to the outpost, which is at the front of the resort.
Yeah, so you want to go to the
So you go to the settlement, which is at the back.
Okay.
And then from there, it
Then-
will take you where?
To a resort?
Which resort?
Riviera?
Nope.
Holly?
Nope.
Caribbean?
Nope. You are starting from
Saratoga?
Fort Wilderness Campground. And you will go to,
The lodge?
yes, the Wilderness
Wilderness
Lodge. Yes.
Mhm.
And then from the Wilderness Lodge
To
on to,
Polynesian?
no,
Oh.
on to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
You just go straight to Magic Kingdom from there.
Okay.
Okay, final question.
Nice.
How do you get from any resort, from any hotel, to Animal Kingdom?
To Animal Kingdom?
Yes.
Oh, I don't even know if we talked about Animal Kingdom to get to.
Yeah, this was the trick one to see if the information makes sense. That should actually be a massive hint. The fact that I didn't specifically
Mhm.
talk about getting to Animal Kingdom from anything should be a massive hint for you. Because what was the big thing? Why did I save buses for the end?
Because of rain?
No.
Because of emergencies?
No.
No, because no, just like all the ways. There's just always a way to get to parks from taking a bus.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So how do you get to Animal
So
Kingdom from
could
any resort in
you
Walt Disney World? Any hotel. Any hotel, how do you get to Animal Kingdom?
Well, if we were staying at Pop Century,
Sure. That works.
sure.
It's
I don't
any
know, I
hotel.
know,
The
I
answer's the
know.
same no matter what hotel you're starting
I
from.
wonder if it's Saratoga Springs. Would be different.
No.
Would it be different?
The answer is the same no matter what resort you're
You
starting
take the
from.
bus to Animal Kingdom.
You take the bus to
Yeah,
Animal Kingdom.
That's what I was gonna. Yeah.
Okay. It took you a long time to get there.
Well, like it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking like, oh, you might have to like take the Skyliner to get closer to like one of the parks, but like no, yeah, you just go.
You just get on a
Just
bus.
go to a different bus.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Any
Yeah, see?
resort. Let's see,
Okay,
because Animal Kingdom doesn't
Mhm.
have any other forms of
I got to
transportation.
the answer though.
Epcot has
Right?
the Skyline. Yeah, you did.
Are you proud of me?
I mean, I walked you there pretty much. But
No, not really.
Yeah. I had to hold your hand for a majority of that. It's fine. It's fine. You did a good
Are you
job.
proud of me?
I am proud of you.
Okay, thanks.
But yeah, Epcot has the Skyliner and the monorail, right? Or buses. Magic Kingdom has the monorail or boats. Hollywood Studios has the Skyliner or boats. I guess Epcot has Skyliner, boats, and monorail and buses. I think Epcot is the only park that has like
a lot,
all of the different forms of transportation getting to it. So that's pretty fun. But anyway, Animal Kingdom is the only one that the only way to get there is via a bus.
Nice.
They don't have a monorail that goes there. They don't have a Skyliner that connects to it. There's no boats there.
Okay.
There is a resort. There is the what's it called? Animal Kingdom Lodge, which is like the hotel closest to Animal Kingdom, and you have to take a bus from there to Animal Kingdom. And I'm like, it would be so much cooler for them to just like start doing a safari truck.
That would be cool.
To the back of it somewhere, like some special entrance just for people staying there. Like that'd be so cool.
That would be cool. That'd be cool.
Oh well.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, maybe someday. Okay, so that's transportation.
Nice.
That's how you navigate Walt Disney World.
Yes.
Okay, there's a million ways. I tried to break it down, and it's in a very in as like concise, I guess, form that I could.
Yeah.
Because if you just look it up online, I feel like it's confusing. But feel free to always ask cast members. Cast members are more than happy to help you if you don't understand how to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like exploring the transportation methods. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
it's cool that there's more than just one way.
Yeah, for sure. All right. I think I am a little loud. Are you ready to play the game?
Are we going to do news first and then the game, or just...
There was like no news this week.
Okay, so we're just going to skip it for the next week.
If we get any news.
Because you sent me reels.
Okay. I guess we could talk about those really quickly, but they're not really news.
Save them for next time. Do you want to just do that?
I mean, we'll talk about them now, but neither one of them is really news. Okay. I guess there's four. There is one. Okay. There's one thing I sent you right before we started that is kind of news. And that is the red car trolley
in Disneyland?
in Disney's California Adventure.
Right.
It has taken its last ride. It's being shut down because the place where they park the red car trolley at night is where they're building the Avengers expansion. So they can't have it there anymore.
Oh, wow.
And so they're just canning the whole thing, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Which is kind of lame, but I'm glad that you and I got to ride it when we went, because apparently we'll never get the opportunity to do it again.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The other thing was that during the Super Bowl, if anyone watched it, Disney dropped a new trailer. Well, not really a trailer, but like a teaser for a trailer that they dropped during the Super Bowl where Stitch runs onto the field, and it was actually really cute.
Yeah, it was.
I was super into it, and I got really excited when I saw it. I knew instantly when it came on that it was Stitch.
Yeah, same.
I felt like a lot of people didn't get that because it was like kind of blurry and like far away, and it was just a blue blob on the thing, but I knew it was Stitch right away.
That's so funny. That was cool. I liked that.
Yeah, and then of course I'm gonna play this because it was the thing I was waiting for forever and never got to hear. Don't copyright me, please.
What?
Jalen Hurts, you and the Philadelphia Eagles
just
won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do next? I'm going to Disney World.
Me too, bro. Me too.
So all of them get to go to Disney World? All the team?
I don't actually know. I think they can, but like the quarterback is the one that goes.
Oh, really?
There was a clip of him I saw somewhere else briefly.
That's hilarious.
During the championship parade in Disney World. It's pretty cool, but
wow.
Not really news, I wouldn't say, but it was cool.
That is cool.
I was excited. We literally waited so long after the Super Bowl because I wanted to hear him say it. Yeah. And then I gave up, and then I woke up this morning and I was like, "Are you serious?"
I probably did it like right when we left.
Probably. But anyway, game time. I forgot game time. So there was literally no news this week. It's kind of funny. Okay, so today for the game, Adriana and I are playing Chain Link. What is it? What did I call it on there?
Chain Link.
Okay, we're playing Chain Link. I have given Adriana 2 words with a series of letters in between that she has to link together to, oh my goodness, to create the chain link. And I'm going to see, actually, I don't even know if I can do this. It might be too late to do it now. Why?
Like, what is my goal?
Your goal is to connect the word Q
Mm-hmm.
to the word night. Okay. And you have the starting letter for each word in between.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
I don't think I
about.
can do it. I don't think I can pull it up on here like I wanted to, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so your first letter to connect from Q is L.
Q lights.
No, not Q lights. Well, that's a good guess. Your next letter is I.
Have a hint.
No.
Oh. Can it be really? Could it be more than just one answer and it be right in some way? Or no. Really?
No, I have predetermined answers here.
Does it with an I?
Yes.
Imagination.
No. It starts with an L. The second letter in the word is I.
Oh, okay. Well, I still think it's lights, but it's not lights.
It's not lights.
Lilo?
No.
Dang.
The next letter is N. Lin.
This is hard.
I didn't think you would be this hard. Think about it. Qlin.
Line.
Line. Q line. Yes.
Okay. Q line.
Okay. The next letter is D.
Q line.
So it doesn't have anything to do with Q. This is only line, whatever this word is. Don't worry about the Q right now.
Line dance.
Line dance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Then dance H.
Dance.
If you just spit out an answer and it's wrong, you'll get another letter, just so
I
you know. That's how this works.
Dance.
And the idea is not to take 8 months to figure this out.
Dance. Hoedown.
Nope. Your next letter is A.
Dance.
No.
Dance hat.
Nope. The next letter is L.
Hall.
Dance hall. Yes. The next word starts with a P.
Hall. Prince.
Nope. Next letter is A. P-A.
Hall pants.
No. S.
Hall passing.
Why did you add ing
I
to the end
don't
of that?
know. Pass.
Hall pass.
Okay,
Yes.
there we go. Pass.
Yes.
So the other line, the other words don't connect to each other. It's just the word previously.
Yes.
Okay, I see. Past time.
Past time is correct.
The next letter is T still.
Yes. Another T to follow the T.
Past time.
Time.
Two.
Nope. It's T-R.
Time travel.
Time travel. Travel G. Travel G.
Travel.
See, this is one of the bonus ones because you can look at the next word as well. Because
Travel
this
game?
word, yes, game.
Ah!
And then, so travel game and then game,
night.
which will be streamed this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time.
Well, not this Wednesday, unfortunately, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it by myself.
You're doing it by yourself?
No, I just forgot you have PTs. So
Yeah, guys, I'm
I literally
sorry.
worked
I'm
so hard to
sorry.
make that work. Why can't we do it? You'll be home on time.
Well, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because I'll be.
You really
home
took the wind
before-
out of my sails there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, babe. No, that was really good. That was good. I like that. That was awesome, babe. sorry I
Well,
ruined that.
that's okay.
No,
It was a
it's
good
good.
time. Thanks for playing. Sorry it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be.
No, that's cool. I like that.
Good,
It made
I'm
me think
glad.
a little bit.
I'm glad.
I
Well,
gotta do
Marcy.
that
Oh,
next
sorry.
time.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I was just gonna say like next time I'm gonna do a would you rather, and then I'm just gonna copy what you did with
That's
my
fine.
own mesh.
That's fine. I like
Unless I
the
come up
games.
with
Come up with
something
something original too is fun.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm happy with whatever. I just
Okay.
like adding the games to it. It adds a little bit of fun to the end of these episodes.
If you haven't already tell or noticed, Noah is definitely the creative one, and I am not. All right.
I try. Right on. Well, Marcy and I are going to be getting together this week sometime, and we're going to be talking about Hounded, which is our most recent next episode of DCOM Kids. That episode will be live on all major podcast platforms and here on YouTube at 6 a.m. Mountain Time on Friday. Not live.
Oh, okay.
It'll be available to enjoy at 6 a.m. Oh, could you imagine going live at 6 a.m.? Good grief. And then I am actually getting ready in the next, I think it's 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be going to Walt Disney World for 2 days to go spend my mom's birthday with her and also film some content and get some in-park stuff going on. And hopefully one of the side quests while we're there is to try to figure out the broadcast with Mom, because I will really want to get Mom back on the show. But it's really hard with the live stream setup, and I'm on it. I'm in we're at a spot with the live stream and everything. The way we record everything is it's recorded and pre-edited. So all I have to do when we're done right now, I will take this footage and I'm gonna just cut off the countdown timer and a little bit at the end, and it just gets uploaded straight to YouTube. And to actually, it's already YouTube because it's live, but
you wouldn't be.
But
able
for the audio only versions of the podcast, I just cut off the countdown and I cut off after the end credits, and it just gets uploaded straight on. It takes me 10 minutes to get an episode put together. But when I do videos with Mom, I can't live stream them because she's remote, and that's what we're trying to work out. So how to get her patched through here.
Edit.
Yeah. Which is fine. I don't mind editing, but it's like the amount of content I'm putting out and also still being a full-time manager of a Dairy Queen.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of work, and it's much more convenient, and it's honestly easier right now to be able to just use the recording system and the switching system and just be done with it. So that's a side quest while I'm there, is to try to see if we can get that going.
Out that way too.
Yes, exactly. If it weren't for this editing style, I would be doing one podcast a week still. Now we're doing 2 podcasts a week and 2 live streams a week.
Pretty cool.
So
yeah.
All right. Anyway, gonna be doing a vlog for that, and a bunch of other videos while we're there. So it's gonna be a good time. And then Adriana and I will be back here next Monday, the 17th, at roughly 8 p.m. And I think we decided we're going to talk about what it looks like to plan a Disney vacation with a travel agent. Right. And we'll be talking about my good friend Tracy, my mom's good friend Tracy. She's kind of my good friend too now. And kind of what it looks like to book through her, and why we refuse to plan our own vacations anymore. Honestly, well, not refuse, but why I choose not to plan my own vacations anymore. And that'll be all next week.
Yay.
But until then, my dear friends,
let the wonder take hold.